Alright, hello everybody, welcome to VRML. It's Channel 1, it's 1 a.m., and it's Fun AM! You know what that means. I think I did that in reverse order. I should have started with you know what that means, but anyway, welcome to the channel. I'm Pally of the Door Variety, and that is correct, Twitch chat. It is OCE. Oceania. I'm going to be oceaning soon. Not really, because I'm ready for some entertaining matches here. I'm a night owl, fortunately. And these players in our OCE region, encompassing Australia, New Zealand, Japan, primarily. So, getting ready for it. We have, let's see, in the... Oh, my eyes are bad. Platinum, I think. or silver. 1 second. Silver division. I really need to get my glasses. I'm squinting far too much at chat and at overlays these days. Anyway, FROSTWALKERS coming in here and competing against the Dark Reapers in the Silver Division of Oceania. What's up? IOWLQ. Stand for something? Welcome to the chat. Big E's. Now that is Big Easy, at least big easier to say. Phoenix is risen. I casted Phoenix earlier. Team Phoenix, that is. And Mighty Quinn VR, what's up? Just as much of a night owl as me, apparently. You are NA, right? I'm pretty positive you are. Welcome to the stream. So, Spinning Striker as well. Welcome to the chat. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. It is officially Saturday now, everywhere, I believe. And yeah. So these teams getting ready to go rather soon, I believe. I think just before we finished the intro, it sounded like one of the players had actually crashed. I know there's 5 players on one side, but I think they're just waiting for... There's a mosquito again. Amazi, I mean, sorry. I gotta be appropriate to the audience here. But yes, okay, so as I was saying, there was a dropout right as we were finishing intro, but the player is back. Now hopefully the 5th player over there leaves before we get started here. According to the rules. The Mozzie again. I'm gonna be stung by the end of the stream, just you wait. It's been killer. It's actually been raining where I live. See, I live in Arizona, for those who don't know. Many do, but not everyone does. And for those who might not know about Arizona, especially over on the Australia end, Arizona is basically Australia. It's hot. It's dry. Except the last few weeks, it's been rainy. Hence, the Mozzie invasion. Mozzie Airborne. What that for a rock star? So, yeah. How's it going, people? We had a lot of streams earlier on, as well, as per usual. Last couple days had VRML 1, 2, and 3 running. Tonight it was 1 and 2 running. Something like 7 matches all in the evening time on Channel 1. Maybe even more. Spinning Striker from Vegas. Well, hello, Vegas! Welcome to the stream. It is your lucky day, fittingly enough, because you got me, you got OCE, you got VRML. So, over on Frostwalkers, captain here by Frostbite VR, we have Gaming Tim, Kitukas, and Zekor Vitoru. Zekor, I'll just go with that. Vitoro! Toro! Andale. On the blue side, as one of the teams readied up, I sure hope they drop their extra player, or... Uh-oh. Well, I'm not a VOD. I'm just a caster, but that's not going to be good news for the blue side. Anyways, off to round 1. Oh, just left in the clutch. Good job. Good job. Okay, they knew. They just wanted to make me extra nervous. That said, round 1 about to start here. So, Dark Reapers, we got Reindeer, Turkey FX. What are Turkey effects beyond Gobble Gobbles, I wonder? Fletcherous, DJ Bowrun. From the bow, getting it on the back pass. Turkey over to that shoulder, missing though. Reindeer was stunned out. Good defense here to start off and playing pretty aggressively. Agent Victoria says, I haven't seen a lot of these guys play, so I'm excited to watch some of these new OCE teams. I'm excited to see Agent Victoria in the stream. I remember Once Upon a Time as Once Upon a Dime. That's a good pass in the second one. Oh, just a bit off. That was almost connected, though. Remember Once Upon a Time last season? You weren't even sure that you would be playing anymore on the streams, or... Was that you? I feel like that was you. No, that was someone else. Maybe that was someone else. I think it was you. It was someone with an A. I'm pretty sure it was Agent. How many A names are there in OCE? It was you! Okay, so good. I wasn't misremembering. Point being, I'm glad that you are still around, and not only around, but decisively around. Dominating. That said, over here, it will be a grab from Gaming. Gaming Tim! Well, couldn't get that one in. Fletcherous goes and fetches that. Sends it off to the midfield. Grabbed by Turkey. Turkey has some defense there in the area, so has to be careful. Tries to send it off to Frostbite. Frostbite trying to check it down. And down the field they go. So teams here, scoreless in the first minute and a half. But oftentimes it's a warm-up process for teams. Although I'm not sure if that's a good thing for Frostwalkers, given that heat melts the frost. But maybe that's what they want. Let's see. There's a great pass. It has to be careful. Oh, knocking it loose. Great job. To deny and almost again. Oh, just turning orange on the way in. It may be OCE, but there's some Chicago afoot. Actually, I'm not even sure that was. The hand might have just been too far in the goal on that note. Either or, a valiant effort, but the first 2 points go in the way of the blue. Agent Victoria is saying, went back to Leviathan. Leviathan took Season 3. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You went from bordering on retired to bordering on and then getting championships. That said, more of a stalemate than you thought it would be. Yeah, you know, I'm just as in the mystery as you are here between these two teams. Have not been able to catch them and these players this season. So let's see that 3 just off, aiming for the backboard. And back to the midfield. 3 minutes expended. Some boost down the floor here, both arriving right about the same time. Might have been a good shot, but Turkey gobbling that one up. It is Thanksgiving season here. Somehow. In OC. Into the orange bubble, though. It's going to be picked up. Actually, never mind. Misreading a little bit. So Turkey has that opportunity. Turkey, who played defense on the other end, seeing if they can distribute for some offense on this end, but won't be the case, not right away at the very least, as they try and reorganize, re-strategize, and look for the pass. But flying high, it's Frostbites, taking it away, sending it off to the trap. And some piles now in the said trap where, well, the namesake, it's a trap. It's a tarp. That said, oh, another goal nearly made and bouncing right into the rebound, and now it's DJ Soren for the cleanup. Agent saying, I think this is the first season these players have played in. And it's kind of amazing, isn't it? I dwell on it a lot, but saying we're growing a lot. VRML and Echo, especially, is growing a ton. And 2, for being a group of perhaps new to competitive players, if not newer to Echo comparatively. I mean, still impressive. Say this contextually as a person who watched new teams play throughout, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Wasn't like this. Oh man, so better and better. Same thing over in NA, where we were seeing some silver and gold teams that I was streaming this past week, who were absolutely killing it, having some amazing, and I do mean amazing matches with some really stellar plays, especially on the defense. I've seen some crazy goalkeepers these last few days on streams. Now, DJ eyeing down that mail slot, not quite there. An aggressive throw, trying to go for that positioning on the bow tie as well as the nest and barrier, and slinging one. But again, a bit strong there. You know, one of the topics of conversation in the last stream in NA, about 4 hours or so ago, Rocktor, who's a longtime master tier player, was kind of mentioning and conversing with me there as a shot taken off the backboard. Noting how for a lot of newer teams on the ladder, one of the big factors that makes a difference is the passing speed and the calmness behind it. You see a lot of teams as, oh, that is a beautiful 3. Fletcherous. The Fletcher indeed. Bobbing, weaving, finding the 7th point. That was great. Timeout now at play for, I assume, orange side here. Maybe. All right, well, as I was saying, though, one of the big themes that Rocktor and I were kind of jabbering about a few hours back was how newer teams or teams trying to climb the ladder, for instance, try to go, when they're going for the passes, they put too much strength on it, too much mustard, as I like to say, right? Makes it tough to catch. And it's tough, right? Because Echo is such a fast sport, and so many actions are happening in any given minute, any given second to second on the floor, basically, that it's easy to get a bit panicked sometimes. It's easy to lose that focus on putting some finesse and some touch on the passes. But you see a lot for the teams who are able to kind of make it click and have that game slow down, figuratively speaking, right? They get enough experience as teams where it can slow down a bit and they can be a bit more at ease when they're on the floor and not too worried about the aggressive defense impending. And then they can start finding their groove a lot easier. Find those well-placed passes and soft passes where they need to be. I know he was mentioning how Ignite in NA, the reigning 3-time champions now, had, for as great as they are individually, obviously, their team play is also stellar. But the thing is, whenever they have that bubble offense, a lot of their passes, they're not that strong in terms of raw speed. They're precise, but they're not throwing it with incredible heat, even when they are absolutely flooded by nearby defenders. They still just, their communication is so good, and their positioning and chemistry on that regard is so good that they just know where to place it, and they know how to place it. That's the biggest thing. Being able to deliver on the passes. Because we've seen also a couple of times here for these teams here, and you know, for Frostwalkers who are yet to score, but seen a couple of those kind of attempts being made, and they were good, but just a little bit too strong, hard to catch. That's the biggest difference maker. But small things, really. The fact that the positioning is what it is, that they're going for those passes, as I said, did not used to be like that at all back in the good old days. But now it's the even better days. So teams trying to figure out, I'm not quite sure, sub situation, this or that. They're making me worried again. Unpausing here. They gotta drop that 5th player ASAP. ASAP. Right now. Now. No. Oh no. Oh dear. Let's see what's happening over here. Someone stick it in the headset. This is not good, although it looks like it might have been a crash. I'm not quite sure. Okay, good. These teams have worried me twice now. Maybe make it thrice, that disc getting loose here. So they did have a crash. I think maybe one of those occasions where the headset, the avatar just kind of sticks in the arena for a bit longer. But eventually, it's out of there. Giving them the benefit of the doubt. That said, it's going to sail past that midfield and right into the waiting arms of Millsy. Now, I do believe Millsy I've casted somewhat recently, so now I'm assuming a sub, if that's the case, unless Millsy had recently left the team or something. Pretty sure I casted Millsy just last week. That said, though, it's... Ooh, look at the move. A little dodge. That was nice. Unfortunately, couldn't find the shot, but I like the moves. What's up to Aqua as well in the Twitch chats, trying to get their offense flowing, much like Aqua. Trying to do what they can, linking up together, going for those regrabs, nice grabs in succession, and just missed read the disc by a slight hair. They'll still grab it though, resetting wisely. There you go. See, the passing, the positioning was correct. The passing again correct, but course correcting, it's Millsy. Throwing them for a loop or even a windmillsy. Off into the other side, slinging it just in time, Fletcherous. That defensive stack getting mighty treacherous at that. Picked up here on the trench. A lot of convergence. I'm about to convulse off of that. Misspeaking, but trying to pipe up here on the offense. It's a little bit late. Only 1 AM though. Millsy now with bouncer almost hit Rice, and will be Turkey now up top. Yeah, there you go, soft pass, just like that. So kind of a stalemate here since the timeout had actually stopped. Neither team able to hit too much, but maybe I just casters cursed it. There's the hits off the pole. Almost making a goal, so there's been a few of those. But indeed, just kind of wanting to slow the game down and trying to get their passes off. You can see again, they're going for them, but just too much heat, making it really difficult on the catch. That's the main thing. Still though, that's a great clear, perfect clear down the midline. That's one of those situations if they can get the stack, that's going to set them up really nicely for an open goal, but again, the misread on it, so they will have to get their stacks back and collected on the defense. They got about a minute and, 25 seconds remaining here. So it would have to be some quick offense. Hopefully they can get some of that going. As it now turns into a 3v3. Yes, it's the return of the, Sunday night hype. I think as OZE used to call it, where chaos would just unfold on rosters. In this case, it's just a Sunday night hype on the 3v3 end of things. Wouldn't be the first one I've casted, though, the last week that turned into 3v3 or 4v3. Yet those matches had been surprisingly entertaining when I did cast them. Rebound there, maybe to gaming, phasing, finding, rebounding, Turkey off into the midfield. Cyanide saying Sunday night time warp. Yeah, hitting it back to the 2017 times. Not really 17, more like what, 2019? I think that's when it switched to 4v4, right? Just before just before VRML had got into the mix, just after ESL Season 3 ended, and Pizza League Season 2 was heating up. But Fletcherus trying to put one, maybe one more shot in. Had that nice 3-point hit earlier on from deep. But 13 seconds. And they will be solidly taking this first round, as it does wind to a close. So 7 points and maybe one more. Nope, snagged there. And did I speak too soon? No. All right, so round 1 is done. And it was a 7-point look and shutout. Meanwhile, for the orange side. But good job here as we go to our score screen. Courtesy IgniteVR.gg, who we were just mentioning earlier on. All right, so timeout was taken. I'm kind of distracted here looking in the arena because there's more switching going on. Gonna get me all confused. Hopefully we'll have a 4-on-4 once again, once it restarts into the second round. It looks like it might be the case. Players are filing in just to keep you all in the loop. Okay, so yeah, Dark Reapers. You can see Fletcher, that 3 that I talked about. 1 assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, 12 stuns. Fletcher putting in some work. I mean, those stat sheet filling up. Turkey as well. Couple of saves, 4 stuns. You have DJ Boren with 2 and 11 in the stuns, points and stuns. And then Reindeer with the 1 assist, 2 saves, and 9 stuns. Meanwhile, on the opposite end, plenty of saves coming in from the Frostwalkers, as you see. I mean, 3 different players with a couple saves in there, some stuns and some steals, but just not able to get the points going. As another Mosquito, another Mozzie flies on by. It is giving me the stink eye right now, folks, and I don't like it. Not one bit. Anyway, with that said, about 40 seconds it looks like on the countdown, and we do have all 8 players back in the game, so we're going to get back into it soon. Full 4th player round, or 8 player round. Spinning, saying, is it possible to see the casting camera? Forgot to look back at it when it was behind me. Like in the game, you can't see me in the game now. My spectator cam. That'd be interesting though, huh? If like in the pre-game, the players could see where the camera actually is physically in the arena. That'd be interesting. But that said, cannot do so. But yeah, as long as I'm not too distracted talking, usually I kind of fly around the arena and get a close-up on some of the players. Stuff like that. Round 2, about to start off here. Back into it. And here we go. So, everyone joining here on VRML 1, once again, thank you for joining for this OCE match here. For, well, primetime OCE, morning time EU, or midnight hours of NA. Wherever you're from, we are a 24/7 league, and in a hurry, rushing down that floor. Fletcher is trying to grab that disc. Evading. Great pass. Oh, I love that. Oh, I like that as well. So that was a fantastically communicated pass, but the defense able to secure the disc right back. Keto? Oh, Keto? Ketosis? Is that what it is? No. Taking it back, though. Fletcherus. Fletcherus to the midfield. Just missing DJ there, but Awesome is on the recovery. Taking an interesting bounce off the cloud. Almost were able to read that, but back to the midfield. And plenty of stuns here happening in the trap. Did someone say OCE Season 2 Mozzies? I'm saying there's a lot of Mozzies in my room right now. Well, there's one. There's one. It's a very mean one. Bit me all over the place. Awesome right here. Awesomeness trying to find that pass over, slinging it as Millsy dives out. Having an effective time here as a sub. And meanwhile, the air brawls stunning out Gaming. Gaming getting right back in a hurry. So a lot of those air fights going on. You can see even more of them there. Gaming getting some stuns in. But meanwhile, it's Awesomeness. And also an awesome goal. 3 points, 11 meters deep. And had some good time to just line it right up. Also, shout out to 7-Eleven Destroyer. 7-Eleven, huh? Very convenient of you to be here. But what's in store? You'll see, you'll see. Taking it is Kitokis. And, oh, trying to hit the 3. It might have been good. It was looking like maybe pocket, maybe ding, but it was very close had it not been for the defense in the vicinity. Still trying to break that scoreless drought here, dating back to the first round. They've had some attempts, just not able to get it quite going. But as we know in Echo, it can change in a dime. It often does. There is Zekor. Now bouncing off the cloud again. Seems to be a favorite spot of that disc, bouncing a few times. Heading into the trap where it's taken back. More pileups forming here and slinging it over into the backliner. That's Fletcherous. Oh, but great grab. It's now lining up that shot. Oh, wow. A beautiful hit, 15 meters from above. Dropping it down below. Dekor Vitoro saying, hello, Moto. Got it going, and we've got our first score. That was a great hit. And it's all tied up here in round 2. Gotta love it. Grab now Turkey on this launch, and right at the edge of the reach, Awesome is able to get the grab. Kitokis, oh the Dusty. Oh the Dusty. It is time and time again for a score. Fletcherous. Quite often you see those Dusties, they tend to lead to scores within a couple seconds, even if it's not the person doing it. There's just something about those moves where it's an ankle breaker in basketball, right? If in basketball you were able to sock your defender in the face, but it's basically the equivalent. You cross them over, and then everyone just kind of oohs, and then suddenly a pass or a goal. But either way, not an uncommon sight, certainly to see. Now Kitokis checking behind before making the way up front. The lane is theirs, but the disc is his. Fletcher again has had more than a few handfuls of saves here, and steals, doing a great job on the defensive zone. Now midfield, that'll be cleared. See if they can get their grabs. I mean, starting to pick up some heat, starting to cause some trouble here, certainly for the blue side. So Frostwalkers, they can score again. Now they're missing a player, doesn't even matter. They get it through the layers of defense, and it's tied up once more. 5-5. Spinning Striker in the chat now, saying, the graphics are so good, I'm going to see them soon. I get a PC and modded. Yeah, the PC, quite nice, quite nice. I mean, the quest, though, for what it is, also quite nice. Gotta say, I know we kind of take it for granted now, but the fact that we have the Quest 2 doing what it does, looking like it does with Echo and such a luxury. So unexpected in a sense. I didn't expect something like the Quest 2 to actually come around and be capable of being as good as it is. I wasn't expecting it until maybe 2022, 3, 4, not 2019, 2020. So hey, technology is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so is Echo, whether on mobile or PC here. As we continue on this second round. We're in the second half now. It's effectively 0-0. I mean, it's tied up. So we talk about old school Echo where we had those 3v3s. We have the 5-minute rounds. I mean, we're right in that right about now. Granted, down a player, but still holding strong at the moment. Definitely tough for Frostwalkers, though. They've had more than a few dropouts. Really, for both teams. Just those connections, not all that conducive to the match here. Oh my goodness. The moment that left that hand, oh, that was gorgeous. Gaming Tim, that is a gamer right there, ladies and gentlemen. What a ridiculous shot. Can you believe that? Just look at that. Wow. Oh, that's, yes, Phoenix. That is a clip. That is a clip. Holy smokes, what a hit. What a hit. That was basically a behind the back, just about nearly no look. I'll play that again for you guys who didn't catch it the first time. Look at this. I mean, look, met it right up top, just flinged it. Unbelievable. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, VRML Clips channel in our Discord. Go post it. It has to make some real, and if it doesn't, that's a crime. Anyway, in the meantime, It's a timeout. But man, where let me go find. Where's gaming? Here's gaming. Just gonna focus in there on that shot, the shooting star, if you will. What do you have to say for yourself? Ah yes, the chicken wing. Well, yeah, that was something special. I mean, knew they had to get rid of it, okay? And I'm sure you can make the argument always with shots like that. You can say, you know, how much percent was luck, how much percent was skill. I mean, look, it's going to be a mix of both, right? You throw random person who's never played Echo into that, they're not going to make that, right? I mean, if they do, then they basically win the lottery. But it's kind of a mix. It's those situations where you know where it needs to go. You know what you need to do, and you know how to put the relative touch to get it in the relative spot that it needs to be. So that part's the skill part, and then, of course, maybe the luck part where you say, okay, I did what I need to do, now Lady Luck, do the rest, and sometimes it just does. But it's definitely a mix of both. Gotta feel good about yourself when you're able to hit those. Definitely can be a big momentum booster for teams, and especially if they're going potentially 3v4 here. I mean, we'll see how it goes for the rest of this round, but again, especially when you're outnumbered, the fact that you're outnumbered, you're coming down a round. You lost the first round, but to come back and be able to do that, that is something you can definitely use to carry you into a round victory. Feel good. Oh boy, boy, boy. So, yeah, Agent Victoria is saying it went where he wanted it to, and that's what happens. Yeah, exactly. The intention is there. The idea is there. And sometimes the pieces just fall in the right place. Fitting Striker says, out of all the shots possible, that wasn't one of them. Oh, it was just possible enough. Improbable, implausible, but it was indeed impossible, says gaming. And I'm not going to not believe a gamer, especially not one named Gaming Tim. Tim tells me something, I believe it. Aqua saying, honestly, pubs are fun. Take VR all over the pubs, but in game. But I take VR all over pubs any day, just because of how toxic pubs are. A little confused by that message, but I think I get the sentiment anyway. I don't know. I mean, so the thing is with community growth and pubs and stuff, it's like the double-edged sword, right? The thing is, back in the day, I know I say that phrase a lot, it's gonna get old at some point, it probably already is, but when it was more niche, more humble, literally everyone globally in Echo Arena knew each other, right? Not that there weren't problems. I mean, you know, there were rivalries and there was a little bit here and there, but for the most part, the OG Echo community, very tight knit, very close, and everyone knows each other, as I said. But the thing is, as these birds fly south for the summer, well, I guess never mind. Over on the other side of the world, there, it's basically winter, right? So appropriate. Lecherous with a featherous. What was I saying? Oh yes, sorry, I got distracted. Do you blame me? But point is, you know, when it's more niche, it's easier to kind of keep it cool, keep it friendly in the community. The thing is, everyone also wants the game to grow. Everyone wants the game to succeed and be around for years and years. As these players dabble in some Echo Arena action here in timeout. But with growth, the double-edged sword is, well, growth. You know, people are as simple as they are complex. See, look. The dancing. See? This is people in their simplicity, in their beautiful simplicity. You like to have fun, but then you add in the complexity. You add in the competitiveness. You add in the personalities, and there are many personalities here in OCE, as you see. And with that growth, you know, it comes some conflict sometimes. It's unavoidable almost, right? To go mainstream is to go mainstream, which means let the floodgates open. I would sing the Macarena right now, but I don't want to get flagged. Oh, man. Flame bro. Commentator, do you think Gaming Tim is gaming? I think Gaming Tim is gaming. I think Gaming Tim is taming the goals, and I ain't lying. Might even be gaming time if you add that easy E. Mighty Quinn also chiming in, saying the higher level you level up, the less drama you'll deal with, the less dramatic people you'll deal with. Also, yeah, it tends to be the case to some degree, I think. That's the thing. See, again, goes back to what I was saying, not to dwell on it too much, but when you open up the barriers, right, you lower the barrier of entry. It's a good thing for growth, but at the same time, that also means, on average, the people playing aren't as dedicated or committed to the game itself or the community necessarily, right? So barrier is definitely low. I mean, for Echo, it's free, and it's fantastic. The fact that it's free is a huge part of its continued growth and success here, and what otherwise is a growing VR niche, right? And yeah, so because the average dedication level isn't quite as high, you'll get people who don't know each other or don't care to know each other sometimes, and that's the double-edged sword I talked about. But yeah, the more you climb up in ranks, and there's always going to be some drama here and there and some rivalries. I mean, that's people, right? But generally speaking, at the end of the day, a lot of those players at the higher tiers and who've been around for many years, months and years, you'll find that even despite disagreements, they'll still, at the end of the day, appreciate and or respect each other for the most part. I think it's a correct assessment to say. You know, not everyone's going to be best of friends all the time, but the high level, I mean, and I could verify as someone who's been so lucky, might I add, so lucky and thankful to have been to so many of those real life events we've had for Echo Arena, the LAN events and meetups and such, right? I've been to 7 of them now, between 2017 and now. Whether as a competitor, or as a spectator, or as a commentator, caster. I've been to an Echo LAN meetup in all 3 contexts now. And I can verify, even among people who might not get along all the time in the game, right? They're super competitive, they're hyper competitive, they're going to get on each other's cases sometimes. But even then, once you meet in real life, you can kind of see it's different, right? People still appreciate each other, respect each other, and it's a lot easier to bond over something you all love so much and have loved for the last several years. Anyway, so for those who might not be aware and acquainted with some of these late night streams over in OCE, this is what I like to call a little thing called Echo Overtime. Yeah. Which is to say, sometimes it gets a little crazy. Sometimes it gets a little disarrayed. People don't know what's what. And Echo Overtime is when I turn it into a podcast. That said, Mighty Quinn VR going off to bed. Alright, yeah, not a problem. I understand. Thanks for stopping by, though. It was always great seeing you, and it's always, you're always so positive. You know, it's nice talking about positivity in the community and stuff. Always such a pleasant person to interact with, so have a good one. Agent Victoria is saying need PamWow here for overtime. Also correct. Not wrong. I mean, hey, PamWow, if you're out there, give me a ping. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. I'll bring you right on. Now, whether or not this match will continue in particular, I'm not quite sure, but I'm content with hanging out here for a little bit longer because we could be looking at a potential round 3 as a thing, so I don't want to just leave, especially if this is my last match, only match here for the rest of the night. most likely. Anyways, yeah, sorry for rambling. I'm gonna actually look at chat now, again. Let's see. Phoenix, what's going on right now? Timeout towards the end of round 2 here. One of the connection issues, I think, on one side, maybe battery issues, I'm not quite sure. So it's timeout currently. Aqua saying most likely do a bit lower memoir. I assume that was autocorrect. MMR. Didn't play for a month. I don't think MMR actually decays, but if you're meaning, you know, coming back and you might be a little rusty, yeah, it could be the case. There's usually a little rust involved when you're out of practice in any kind of physical activity, right? So, Agent Victoria saying pubs are a different experience when you're an OCE. That much I believe. I've seen and heard things. Cyanide VR saying Racket NX took first steps to becoming an Olympic sport. How long before Echo goes to the Olympics? That's a lot of brawls. That's starting to hurt my ears. I'm gonna go up here. Anyway, I don't know. You know what? Paris 2024. Maybe. I know it's ambitious, but you know what? Don't count it out. Because I do know. I remember from a few years back around the discords that was floating around. And Reddit and such, reading articles about how esports were under consideration for Olympics in the future, for Paris potentially. So, yeah, you never know. Look, if there is any esport in the world that I think could legitimately qualify as an Olympic sport, it's going to be something like Echo. It is easily the most sport-like thing you are possibly going to find in any of gaming, period. And yeah, Racket, and I have actually played Racket. It's a pretty good game as well. I haven't played it a ton, but it's good. But yeah, I mean, talk about sports, team sports, physicality, that stuff. I mean, Echo is all of that and more. So one day, you know, Paris might be ambitious, but honestly, one day in my lifetime, I do believe we're going to see something like this in the Olympics. Yeah, just you wait. Also, there's a close-up of the disc. So here we go, back into it now, 4v4 it would seem. Hopefully that all got settled. And with that, they're gonna settle down and throw it down, bringing it within one, Fletcherus. So despite that freezed out in terms of the long timeout, Fletcher still burning hot, has several shots now across these rounds. Johnny Foot, by the by, sorry, it took me a long time to actually get down to your comment. But don't know how this game works, so well, what do you want to know? It's, me or anyone in the chat would be happy to answer, but basically, to summarize, Echo Arena is a VR game, and if you've played any sport in real life, a traditional sport, basketball, football, soccer, hockey, rugby, okay? If you played any of those, that is Echo. Everything you're seeing these players do physically in this game, they're doing in real life, minus the flying, but everything else, the throwing, the shooting, the punching, the stunning, the saving, the blocking, the grabbing, all of that. Physical movements, the jumping, the ducking. I mean, this is a sport in VR. That's what it is. You got goals, you got a ball, in this sense, figuratively. And you got 2 goals. Put ball, or disc, in goal. And that's the name of the game. Here, though, piling up all up on each other with some brawls. Right inside the trap now, trying to split off. There's 2:26 in the second round, so third round is still a possibility, certainly. As a grab is taken by Zeko. And back into the blue field. And yeah, we are back. And Stash, I'm just gonna call you Stash, even though it's probably wrong. What's my most embarrassing story? Not sure I have one, and if I did, not sure I would tell it. Off into the wedge here. Less than 2 minutes left. So trying to secure a goal for FROSTWALKERS. They know they cannot afford to let one go in. Very well could be the game winner, I think, here, if Dark Reapers are able to score. Just this pace has gotten all kinds of chaotic, even more so now after that timeout, and that tends to be the case. Oftentimes when you have these disconnects and subs switching in, it will very much throw off a team's rhythm. So one of those cases where I think the next score from either of these teams will probably be the team that actually wins this round in particular. FROSTWALKERS just narrowly hanging on to that 1-point advantage. They dropped round 1. Were not able to score in round 1. Then ended up having Millsy come in here as a sub, and really their whole team just starting to turn up the heat in this round. But they need to hold on to this narrow advantage if they can. Turkey effects from up high. Now, the positioning in round 1 from Dark Reapers was quite nice. Gotta give a shout out to that. They were going for the shoulder passes, the nest, the backboard. I mean, they were positioned quite well. Coverage here is that shot. Could it be? And that was very, very nearly a 3. That would have been devastation, and that would have been amazing, just as much as anything. We already saw that grotesque shot from Gaming Tim earlier on, in the best of ways. But another near hit from the midfield. Let's see. They get it back. Zeko or Vitoro has Kitokus, and trying to get that focus. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Teams floating up into the wedge and to the side panel. It's awesome, 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 and that was an awesome, awesome save! Possibly just save the entire game. Millsy stepping in, stepping up, but has to do it again, possibly. The pass missing here, less than 10 seconds, 5 remaining. Getting and slipping right past Millsy, so one more chance. They gotta fling it, they do, but no, round 3 is on the way. Round 2, secured by Frostwalkers by the skin of their teeth. I'm sure that... Also, not an overtime win. Excuse me. That was from me being silly and activating the overtime thing earlier on. Nonetheless, a round 2 win going the way of Orange. All right. So, round 2 score screen there, courtesy IgniteVR.gg. Again, go download the Spark app. If you have not already, has mobile support as well now, if I'm not mistaken. So, no excuses. You should go download Spark. It's a great tool. Not only for the casting side of things, but also for just keeping track of these stats, these scores, and it offers a lot of pretty useful tools at that. So, that said, what's up? What's up, Twitch chat? Going to that 3rd round, thank you for joining me here in VRML Channel 1/Echo Overtime. Clean Mike says, chat getting heavy. Yes, it is. Soggy Butting Snag stopping by. Millsy Dog. Yeah, Millsy playing fantastically here in this round and really stepping in. Filling those shoes to the best of their ability. I mean, look at that. 3 saves and 16 stuns in that one round, just locking it down. So, good stuff. All right, round 3, sorry, on the way now. Maybe we'll get an actual overtime. Who knows? We've gotten a lot of them as of late. So, here we go. Sub in the clutch, says Phoenix. Close it was. All right, 3rd round joust is off. Let's see. Turkey splitting apart there, trying to find Fletcher. They get a one grab boost, and Turkey gets the disc still with plenty of time to spare. Now it takes a nice bounce over to Awesome, but Gaming Tim throws an interception to Turkey. Turkey throws a pass to Fletcher. Fletcher needs to get rid of that quickly, otherwise that stun inevitably comes his way. And over to the midfield fling. There is no midfielder there, however, so that will be open and ripe for the taken. Hunting it down will be eventually, eventually blue team, as it turns out. Dark Reapers making the way up and trying to throw it down. Still manning that goal. There's Millsy. Oh, leaves it, however. That took a really awkward bounce and caught them off guard. So Fletcherous. More scores by the minute. Fletcher, one of the hotter hands in this series. Now, Gaming on the launch takes a bit of a bounce as well. So it doesn't quite go where it needs to. A turnover to Fletcher. Now back into midfield, overtaken by Kitokus. And that's flung into the trap as well. Fletcher trying to collect it. But a lot of the discs getting stuck in the trap or stuck in the midfield. And kind of going back to some of the themes earlier, as I was saying, with teams as they climb up the ladder and able to calm it down more, right? When you're just starting competitively in Echo, in the context of the season, the game is moving so fast, right? Is the thing. Like, everything seems like it's going a million miles or kilometers an hour, as the case may be. But once you get that experience and once you lock down the communication, such an important part, There it is. That's some good communication. That's a nice soft pass at that. They're going to get it right through the defense because of it. Awesomeness. Are us? Are us? And are them. It's 4 points on the board. So when you're able to have enough experience and trust in your communication as a team to actually have the game slowed down, figuratively speaking, that's when you're able to execute like that. That's when you're able to throw calmer passes and have less of those rushed clears, the slap clears, and things like that. That's all part of the process, for sure. Because we've all been there. If you were one of the people there from the beginning, it took quite a long time, much longer than it does these days. Quite the long time for those original players to actually get comfortable with that kind of slower play. Getting comfortable off that backboarded play, but not too comfortable indeed, because Millsy on a nice dive and stun was a tough angle to find that disc. And some more stuns here. Take back an anchor clear. Look at that from Kitukis. Just takes that, swings around, flings it out, but needs to go look for the grabs as well, because otherwise Fletcher is there, who has been ever reliable really on all ends of the floor at this point, defensively, offensively, and in the midfield on those takebacks on the disc. Now they have a potential passer, putting on the brakes. That was a nice move. The pass was soft, but maybe not soft enough, so they had a lot of great looking moves. The finish, not to the same degree, but look at that. They get in position to rebound it not once, not twice, and a charm off of the head causing some harm. Millsy will be the victim, I suppose, of that goal. Was stunned out, so really had no choice, if not to maybe go eat the floor to evade that headbutt goal. Soggy calling out the break check. Johnny Foot. Oh, we have more feet in the chat. We had D Foot earlier on, and now we have Johnny Foot. So all the feet are here, and for one of these teams, some defeat will be had in about 5 minutes and 40 seconds. But only down, as Phoenix mentions, by a couple of threes or a few twos. So trying to light that fuse, and Gaming Tim getting abused. Leaving left in the dust, being left in the dust for a moment, still able to get some grabs. You see, what, 3-4 different players all taking kind of these one single tap boost for some speed. Trying to get a little bit more going. The thing is, we've seen a lot of this as they lose the disc just barely, but you know what? All according to plan, apparently. Fletcher is able to capture the goal. And they continue their 8-point roll, holding, much like round 1, holding FROSTWALKERS scoreless. Whereas last round, it was FROSTWALKERS with 8 points, winning by 1 point there in round 2. But yeah, FROSTWALKERS finding themselves in an uncomfortable and familiar position where they're not able to get their offense going quite yet, but still with 4:40 left, things can change. You're always just one goal away from finding your rhythm, as I always say. Now back up into the bubble. Here it goes. Maybe 2-on-2 situation. If they can play this right, it'll be to their delight, as well as mine. Kitukis assisted Gaming Tim. But yeah, both of them there in the bubble, and that was as good an opportunity as any. Anytime you have less than 4 defenders in the bubble that you're pressing, that's a numbers advantage. Even if it's 2-on-2, I always consider that a numbers advantage, right? Because you, more often than not, you're going to have one committed inside the goal itself guarding it. So, there's less than 4. You press those numbers. By golly. So, into the orange bubble now. Trying to offer that rebuttal if they can. Fletcher is there. Got to watch out for him because, as I mentioned earlier on, just been an absolute menace. Now, DJ will take it back. A bit of a shot put fling. Passing it to Awesome. And Awesome, taking a bounce. Again, the setup, but Millsy, another save. Needs more of those. Needs more of the clears, that is to say, because Millsy has had already 4 saves, I believe, but the thing is, it's stayed on this side of the floor too often, and that's where it's been killer. The player dropping out on one side, that's been killer. The shot's killer. And Fletcher is a thriller. I gotta say, absolutely nuts here today. How many points thus far? 13. 13, in case anyone was curious. Doing well. What is up, Bunda? Oh, another timeout. I don't think that's allowed. Luckily, I'm, once again, just a caster. Only a caster. That said, we'll roll, because it is Echo overtime after all. And thank you for joining us here. Let's see, Punda saying stuff. Back in my day, we only had 3v3s in Echo Arena. Had to climb 10 miles and swim 10 kilometers through the coral reef in order to get to our matches. It was simpler times indeed. Wait, no, Punda didn't even say that. He said back in my dad, we only had 3v3s. I'm not sure I like that phrasing, Punda. Big Boy Bob, what up? Also in the Twitch chat. Why isn't your name green? I think you can change the colors, can't you? Maybe. Imagine if we had a moderator in chat. Just, yeah, imagine. Original asking if they paused earlier in the round. I might be wrong. I think there was a pause last round, but I could be incorrect. It's late. It's 2 a.m. here, so don't mind me. I know nothing. Ellie, any thoughts on going to the next land? December. You can tell it's late because I just said December. December or January. Or December. That's a cool sounding month. Okay, well, that happened. No capping. But they will be capturing the goal. Fletcherus off of a 4v2, sort of. I think one of the players did not switch back to the orange side. In any case, I know the game is about winding down to a close, so either or. I don't think it'll be too costly in the context, but, you know. That said. So, answer Cyanide there as this chaotic game winds down. DJ, Valorant coming in for the 15-2 lead. I will be there. Basically, if I can, I will be. That's always my philosophy. I can't not be at these Echo meetups, these LAN events, right? So yeah, if this thing happens, when this thing happens, I'll be there. Much like Jess Glynn, I think that's her name, right? I hope someone gives me props for that reference, because that was a nice shot from Tim, but might be a little bit too late. Come on, I'm keeping it relevant, right? That's her name, right? Jess Glynn, I think. He has a song, you know. I'll be there. Need a little love, I got a little love to share. You know that one? Anyways, got a lot of love for Echo, got a lot of love for the LAN, so the point is I'm gonna be there. Rest assured. I'm really hoping to see one of these in OCE as well as EU one of these days, not too long in the future. Whether it's official or community. I think the Contender Series, as mentioned, it proved it's possible. At any scale, big budget, small budget, doesn't matter. You can have these meetups, you can have these LANs, as long as you have Quest 2s and you have a location that's even somewhat close to these servers, you're going to be good to go. 1 minute remaining here in this round, full of all kinds of wildness and technicalities. But still, it was good getting a look at some of these players. I mean, there's definitely some good takeaways, great takeaways, in fact. Look, Gaming Tim, okay, one of the takeaways is the fact that Gaming Tim has been pretty dang good. Had some great save there, has had some stellar offense, has another save. I mean, look, they're still playing. It doesn't matter if they're down on the numbers. They're not giving up here. Another story, of course, Millsy, who is no longer in the game, but played quite well in the goal. Had 4 or 5 saves of something of the sort. You had Fletcherus, who was absolutely killing it. Not to go into the well too much, but Fletcherus was treacherous. I'll say for the second time. Had a LeBron-like stat line, as I recall. Yeah, there were some good things being shown. But that said, game is over. Might have been over a little while ago. Very unusual ending, but as is sometimes the case, it's all right. I'm so glad to be here and chat it up with everyone, and also get a good look at some of the players that I don't get a good look at all the time. So with that is the 3rd round win, going to the blue side in what was a very discombobulated last 5 minutes or so of that round, which is a shame because otherwise was certainly setting up to be a explosive one. If you take that 2nd round into the equation, where it was 8-7 and pretty solidly competitive. Nilsy's saying it was a forfeit, but they continue to play. And well, technically speaking, once it turned into a two-player situation, I think that makes it a forfeit regardless. So it was kind of over for a few minutes, but whatever it is, it was, and it shall be. That said, I am the one, the many, Pally. There are many of us, in fact, and appreciate you guys for joining me. Fun. So, before I kind of head out here, let me take a look. I'm sure I missed some stuff, but Johnny Foot isn't Dark Reaper's OCE team? Yes, that's correct. Gaming Tim is gaming, says Slamish. Correct. And Slamish, good to see you. Always slaying. Never miss. Never mish. Soggy Bunning Snag, ever active in the chat. Yes, Snag. Just one. No more snags. Bring this over here. My window, that is. Eventually. Maybe. Or not. Did I mention how my eyes are horrible? There we go. Okay, I got my window. Now I can actually look at you folk. Sort of. So, let's see. Anything else that I missed or that I should answer? I know someone asked me about embarrassing stories early on. I mean, I have some, but I'm not sure there's just one. See, if there's one thing you need to know about me is I overthink things a lot of the time, right? So, to avoid embarrassment, I just do nothing. Just... Anyone else relate? Too afraid of the world bringing him down, so he stays indoors where he is safe in his bubble. Eh, not really. Although maybe really because of, the last year, but... That said, looking forward again. That whole LAN event in Virginia, Contenders Series Redshift, it was a good time. I think it was important for a lot of us to get out of there. So that's why I'm hoping, once more, and this kind of loops back to the talks earlier on about the community and the growth and some of the occasional drama and this and that. I mean, it's going to happen anytime you go mainstream. So main point is, you get these events, you'll find that they do bring people together. Once you actually get to see the human in the human, and not just the echo bots, the echo units, right? It's a difference maker in itself. But yeah, gaming Tim forever. Unless it's are you saying it's gaming time? Because if it's pronounced gaming time, I wouldn't be surprised. But you can't blame me for saying gaming Tim. After all, it's gaming Tim. But maybe gaming time. Did I get a haircut, Panda? I did not. Well, not recently. My last haircut was right before the Contenders Series travels. Usually my haircuts all coincide with Echo Lands the last 4 years, and that's not even a joke. That's facts. I think the only time I've gotten haircuts that have not been within like a week before an Echo Land have been for my brother's wedding and one other thing I can't remember, some holiday or get together, I don't know. Otherwise, pretty much only get haircuts around lands. Before that, I was also actually cutting my own hair. Went better than you'd expect, but it also took forever, so. Anyway, Gishnish saying nighty night, Pally. Yes, indeed, soon. Since it is the last stream, and it was kind of a wild one, I'm cool with making sure I don't ignore anyone before I part off. But yeah, if anyone else wants to go take a nap, take a night, by all means. Thanks for casting. You're welcome, Slay Mish. Always a pleasure. Soggy saying, there's that Mozzie again. I'm not talking about Punda. Flying around my face. Soggy saying, can't do this, but happens to be a certain team, has a certain match tomorrow. Leviathan versus Astria. You have channel points? Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to promise, because sometimes at the end of those long days, yeah, I'm rather dead. But what I can promise is I will certainly try. If you're kind to me and you don't make it like at 4 a.m., I will try my best. Okay. Like 4 a.m. my time. Right now it's 2 a.m. my time for reference. So if it's not like late, I will give you a Not a promise, but you know, good chances that I will make it. If it's 4 a.m., you might be getting Zombie Door, okay? That's all I'm saying. As far as when I'm playing a pub match with you together, sometime, I don't know. I don't get to play Echo a lot anymore, you know? I get to be an Echo, I just don't get to play an Echo. Ryruff late stream pog. That it is. It was an interesting one. By the way, if there are anyone from Frostwalkers or Dark Reaper who are waiting for me to end this to watch your VOD, you can still watch it while it's live. A lot of people don't actually know that, but yeah, you can go into the videos tab of our Twitch channel and you can still re-watch everything that happened, by the by. Was it an Echo-themed wedding early? No, it was not. Should have been, though. I'm not sure what an Echo-themed wedding would entail. Like, I'm not sure you want to Dusty the bride, you know? That's just me, though. Yes, Punda, Mozzies, they've been biting me all week. Elgibert! Welcome to the chat. Hello and good night. Yes, indeed. Throwbacks. I miss I like the Mozzies, yeah. Not only a fun team, an educational team. It taught me words, or word. Very chill. Spinning Striker, have a good night. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and for having me. Fun. Although we have more hours casting than playing Echo. Well, let me see. I've got what, roughly 1,300 casts. Maybe more than that at this point. Not counting like the ones that are not counted on the website, I suppose. Assume roughly 30 minutes on average. I think it's like 36 minutes on average per cast. So multiply that. I'm not going to try and do the mathematical time, but math checks out. I don't know, somewhere in the area of what, 700 hours of casting, 800 hours of casting. So no, I still got more time as a player, for sure. But a lot of casting, suffice to say. Who's the guy? 1,300 cast. Yeah, and keep in mind too, that doesn't even count like Challenger Cups or Finals, stuff, you know, with Seal, Pizza League. Website just tracks the weekly stuff, but not all the postseason. So it's probably more in the area of like 1,400 or 1,500 when you factor in like the non-VRML or the non-weekly matches. But yeah, still that's a lot of cast for sure. Although shout out to like Luke and Newton Dad, because they both have like 100 casts this month or something near that. Turkey, what's up? GG's, at least for, you know, before the tech issues cropped up. Appreciate you for having me. A good game indeed, and good name. Breach and Clear. Fun fact, we're the first team to ever score on Leviathan. I don't have my marker, but I gotta pull up a notepad. I'm gonna add that to the pre-show trivia that's about to be added to the assets soonish. Why not? Breach and Clear. First to score on Leviathan. It's so random that I love it. It has to be. Alright. How do I keep my voice after doing that many casts? There's tricks. Tricks to the trade. Not claiming to be a pro by any stretch, but a lot of the things I did, kind of the same things like a vocal artist, a singer, or a rapper, or anything like that. Anyone who does anything speech related. I mean, vocal exercises, hydrating a lot. There's also certain ways you want to talk, right? See, if I talk in my more head voice up here, it's not as straining. If I go for the growl down here, I start going all like Dimwee and oh, you know, that's gonna wreck the throat after a while. I go there sometimes, but the key, getting the voice out of here and bringing it up here, and then you can talk for a very long time and do 100 casts a month. Okay. Can't do sad emote. Honda, we need you to stare into the camera like Dimwee does. But Pally Edition. Okay. I don't know what Pally Edition would be. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the old ESL stuff that they had us do as players, where I was mimicking throwing a disc. This has been VRML. I've been Palidore. Thank you for joining in the midnight hours. I'm about to go now. Do stay tuned. I'll be back real soon. Macarena. Alright, hey, don't mock me for my Macarena. You're scared? No thanks. Well, you asked me and you got it. It wasn't pleasant, but you got what you asked for, and I'm a man of the people. With that said, I should sleep. I'm losing my mind. I mean, look, it's Echo Overtime. I love these streams. Just preview for the podcast that we'll be doing officially sometime. I think it's gonna happen. Me, Dimwee, Pamwow, we're gonna do one of these podcasts, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be loose, just like this. All right, that said, it's been a time. I'm gonna head out now. I think I addressed all the comments finally. It took me a lot of scrolling, but I think I got there. So, until next time, sorry, Aqua. Here's to you. I've been Palidore. That's been VRML. This has been Channel 1. So, until next time, be happy, be healthy, be safe, be great to each other, and I'll see you again real soon. Da-da-da-dum.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR. Also brought to you by Punda.